We shall look once at cycloalkanes, bond angles of cycloalkanes. This is cyclobutane, This is cyclopentane, and this is cyclohexane. Bond angle in cyclobutane is 90 degrees. This is 108 degrees. This is 120 degrees. In cyclohexane, bond angle is 120 and this is 90 degrees. So the bond angle in cyclobutane is 90 degrees. It means that the bonds are close and the structure is compact, strained structure. Whereas in cyclohexane, the bond angle is 120. It means that the bonds are not as close as in cyclobutane, and it is not as strained as cyclobutane. And in all cycloalkanes, these are like alkanes in cyclic form, so all the carbons are sp3 hybridized. In case of sp3 hybridization, bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Bond angle should be 109 degrees 28 minutes. But for cyclobutane, the bond angle should be 109 degrees 28 minutes. But for cyclobutane, the bond angle is deviating from 109 degrees 28 minutes, that is 90 degrees, and for cyclohexane also it is deviating. So the bond angle in cyclobutane is less than the expected tetrahedron bond angle. So it is cyclobutane is becoming more compact or compressed compared to regular normal tetrahedron, which is strain-free tetrahedron. And to form such a strained structure or compact structure, the orbital should come close. The orbitals present here should come close. This orbital, and this orbital. All these orbitals should come close to form ring structure. So in order to form such a ring, so the orbital should bend and come close. This is possible if the orbitals can be easily bent. And you know that p orbitals have elongated structure, whereas s orbitals have bulky or bulged structure, bulged shape. And p orbitals are elongated, thin, narrow, whereas s orbitals are bulgy structure. And so the p orbitals, as they are thin and narrow, they can be bent easily, whereas s orbitals, they are bulged structure, so they cannot be bent easily. But in order to form a cyclic ring in cyclobutane having 90 degrees angle, if it is formed by the orbitals which are long like p orbitals, they can be bent easily. So in cyclobutane, while forming cyclobutane, let us consider this carbon, that is sp3 carbon. The orbitals present there are tetrahedron sp3 hybrid orbitals. Those sp3 hybrid orbitals actually will have 23% sp3 means 25% s character and 75% p character. So those orbitals should have all these four green lobes should have 25% s character and 75% p character, and all these four orbitals having same s and p character are called as equivalent hybrid orbitals. But while forming cyclobutane, to form such compact structure, the p character will be more pushed to the orbitals which are involved in bonding to form cyclobutane, and the lobes which are present outside the ring, like these lobes, will have less p character or more s character. So to form closed ring, it is possible only with p orbitals or with the orbitals which are having more p character. So even though all are sp3 hybridized orbital, some more p character will be pushed into the orbitals which are forming inside the ring, which are involved in bonding to form the ring, and the lobes which are present outside the ring will have less p character or more s character. Such redistribution of s and p character in hybridized orbitals leads to the formation of unequivalent non-equivalent hybrid orbitals. Sometimes such situation will also arise, and because of this in all cycloalkanes, in especially in case of strained cycloalkanes, more p character will be there in the orbitals which are in the lobes which are present inside the which are forming the cyclic ring, whereas less p character or more s character is present on the lobes which are present which outside the ring. In the same way, for cyclobutanone, and cyclohexanone, this is strained ring. So if we consider this carbonyl carbon hybridized orbitals at carbonyl carbon, more p character containing lobes will be present inside. More p character containing lobes will be present inside, whereas more s character containing lobe will be outside. So the outer lobe is having more s character, and you know that s orbital is more close to the nucleus, and the bond formed between and the bond length involving the orbital s orbital will be less, whereas the bond length involving the bond which is involving p orbital will be more. If s orbital is involved in bonding, the bond length will be less. If p orbital is involved in bonding, bond length will be more. So here from the cycloalkanes knowledge, we came to know that in case of cyclobutanone, more p character orbitals are present inside and more s character lobe is present outside. As s character lobe is present outside, the bond length will be definitely less. When bond length is less, bond strength will be more. If the bond strength is more frequency should be supplied, or more energy should be supplied to that bond to vibrate that bond. So this observes more frequency, whereas here this is less trained. So more p character need not be present inside lobes, so the p character and s character will be equally distributed among all the orbitals on this carbon. So as there is as s character is more here in the lobe outside or in the lobe which is forming CO bond, so it observes more frequency, whereas this observes less frequency because s character is not more here. And here I have given the example of sp3 hybridized orbital, but here the orbital is sp2 hybridized because carbon is forming 3 sigma bonds, but the situation is same whether it is sp3 hybridized or sp2 or sp. The orbital the lobes which are present inside or which are involved in forming ring will have more character, and which are present outside the ring will have more s character in case of strained rings. So always strained rings will observe more frequency in IR spectroscopy than less strained rings.